Sequencing emotion in a delicate formation. Numerology's wisdom is a language of vibration. Welcome to the Numerology Hour. Host Kelly Brickel is a numerologist, psychic medium, and teacher. Her passions are learning about the soul and energy. Whether it's working with spirit, emotion, or vibrational numbers, precision and heart always enters the equation. Now, here is your host of the Numerology Hour, Kelly Brickel.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kelly Brickel, and welcome to the Numerology Hour. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? This is the show where we talk about all things numerology, numbers, do numerology readings, and just let people know that, numbers are a language, numbers are a vibration, and just like colors are vibrations and symbols are vibrations and astrology is an archetype of vibration, same with numerology. So much can be read, so much can be found, and I always like to promote that. If you're interested in numbers, then my goodness, there's a world for you to unfold. Let me say hello to everybody. Hello, Evelyn. Oh gosh, look, it changes the font. I was playing around with font changes and I didn't realize it was going to change everything of the font. So I guess I'll make it not as spiffy. Look at this. You can see me just going through everything. How do I change it back to normal? I think this is close enough for now. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, Soul Tribe. I love it. Soul Tribe, that's right. Blessings to all. And hello, Californians and people from around the world. Hello, hello. Thank you for your love, Evelyn. Hi. Hello, Sunshine. Hello. Welcome from Ireland. I would love to go to Ireland someday. Hope everyone is well too. Hang in there. It's raining a lot over here and it's getting cold and people are having rain and snowstorms in other parts of the world, I've been hearing. So hang in there with the weather. Hello, Kim. Nice to see you. Wonderful that you're in. Always love to see you. Me and my shadow. Hello, me and my shadow. Hello, Jennifer. Nice to see you, Jennifer McCormick. Hello, Pamela. Oh, wowza, fancy pants. Yes, your font was fancy pants for a second. Hello, Sierra. Hello, it's nice to see you. Hello, Pamela. From Florida. Okay, very nice. East Coast. And then we have another Evelyn. We have two Evelyns. Hello, other Evelyn. Welcome. And hello, Melinda. Hey, yes. When we get into readings, yes, you're allowed to ask specific questions. And this is the Numerology Hour. So we look at a part of your chart to see what's going on with energies. And it is a good time. Hello, hello. Hello, Christy. Hello. Thank you for the love. So let's open up the space. Does anyone have any numerology questions before we go into numerology readings? Okay. Let me know because this is the space for it. And I'm trying to get on to do more readings again. There's just a learning curve juggling all this energy. There really is, and doing everything. And I've always tried to stay busy in life, but sometimes I feel a little bit overwhelmed. So I have to ground and take a moment, and I'm definitely learning how to do that. So thank you, everyone, for your patience. Back at you, beautiful Jennifer. Hello, Mary. Hello. Okay. So a question about numerology before we go into numbers, because that's how we set the space. If you have questions about learning about numerology, this is where I open up the energy with you before we go into the funness of actually reading the energy. Evelyn says, I get confused with master numbers. So, master numbers are just repeating numbers that are that number over and over again. So, sometimes you see repeat numbers like 12, 12, or 13, 13, or that's not a master number. It has to be an 11, 11, or multiple ones, or 22, or multiple twos, like 5 twos, 6 twos, 10 twos, 11 twos, or like 2 fours. It has to be a repeating number. Okay. And then you add them all up to understand like the value of that master number, as well as you honor the repeating number. So, like a 22, and the reason why master numbers are so special is because you always consider two numbers, not one. So, the master number is equal to 4, 2 plus 2, but then it is a repeated 2 vibration. So you're looking at the energy of 2 and 4 within the message, within the birth chart, within the person. And so it's increased responsibility, it's increased energy output, it's increased capability. It depends on the placement, but that's why master numbers are considered master numbers, because these people have a little bit more to master, or they have a little bit more to pull from, so they can demonstrate mastery and help others. Do you have a question? Does that answer your question? Because there could be another angle on it, but I hope I answered you, Evelyn. Thank you, Sunshine. Correct. Evelyn, it's a 4. It's a 4, but also a 2. But it's a 4. Okay. Mary saying I always see 111 and 1111. So the triple 4 is a 4, and the triple 3 is a 3. Because you're just adding it up. That's all it is. And when you have a lot of ones, it's easy to add up. And so the 1 is catching your eye, and that's open energy, that's new beginnings, that is motivation. So it's kind of like amping you up for something new is coming. So that's always nice to see. And the 3 and the 4 that is inviting to catch your eye with the 1 vibration is the 3 is the invitation to express and communicate and put yourself out there. And the 4 is to have a plan. To have a plan, to get focused, to really know what you're going for. So it's like really know what you're going for, and then go out there and make it happen. Let's see. So Evelyn, you're clarifying with me. Is 22 a master number? Yes, it is. So 22 is a master number, and also 2,222 is a master number. Any number repeating itself that is, repeating itself, and only that with that number. So, like 1, 2, 3, 4 is a sequence, not a master number. 12, 12 is a repeated sequence, but not a master number. 222, 2022, that's a master number. Okay. Yes, you'd always take both into consideration. And so anything repeating, you have to get the sum, but then you honor that it's a 2, because you're asking me about the 2s right now. Hope that makes sense. Okay. All right. So Jennifer, what can we expect from 1212 and the 20 and the 12 20? I'm reading it backwards. What can we expect from December 12th and the portal of the energy repeating itself? And then you're also excited for the 111 portal coming up too as well. Okay, with the new year. So that's nice. Yes, this is true. This is true. We are in a year of 1. So with numerology, we have to look at things of how they're all added up. We have to look at if they follow the laws. So when you're looking at things with numerology, 1212 is actually like a 6 Okay. So with astrology, 1212 might mean something different because you're going to be getting into the energy of Sagittarius and what that brings up. With numerology, 1212 isn't quite what it seems because it's a 636 vibration, actually, when you break it down. Okay. And so, what you're looking on that day is a lot of creativity, a lot of service, a lot of energy to do something that's meaningful and to be a little bit more action orientated. Okay. I love, though, these portals because it invites certain portals are full of just raw energy. Okay. And other portals are to help us focus this energy that we're trying to bring in. Okay. So I encourage you with the 1212 portal to really appreciate that six energy that's actually coming on in. The biggest numerology portal, and I was so busy, I didn't really do it justice. And I talked about it earlier on some other numerology shows. The biggest energy portal that we had going on with numerology was in September. That was everyday triple numbers. It happens once every 9 years. We will always in September have every day of triple numbers because we're in a 9 month and we're in a 9 year um, with that happening. Okay. So that's when all the really amplified energy of that one specific frequency of portals are kind of repeating itself. But yeah, yeah. So the 1212 portal, if you're wanting to know from a numerology perspective, is really a portal about service and the six energy. Okay. So let's go into it. What else is coming up? The numbers are very interesting. Evelyn, I always see 911 or the quadruple ones. And 911 is really look alert, watch out, slow down. It's about being more sensitive and being gentle with yourself, or also looking out for others. So using your sensitivities for yourself or others, and and be in balance. Don't overdo it. Like 911 is a warning sign. Um, and also the four is it's another stability sign of like look before you leap, kind of think things through, go be a little bit more methodical. Certain numbers are like very let's go, like let's get this done now, and other numbers are whoa, like let's balance the energies, let's slow down, let's gather our resources. So it's very interesting with signs that reach out to us, and it's also very interesting how we are likely within our charts. You can look at someone's chart and know if they do well with spontaneity, or if they do not like surprises, or if they shine if there is a quick change within their life, um, or if they get bored easy, or if they like consistency, things like that. You mean 911 means I'm probably a little I'm behind. I have to catch up with the comments. But Evelyn, I hope I answered your question. Any numbers that can be connected to your mom and dad? Yes, you would have to give me their birth date when we are opening up the energy. We're going to open up readings in just a second here. I'm just going to scroll through the comments. Hello, Brenda Lucas. Hello, Kayana. Kim Princess, does 10 count or is it just one? It's a one. It's just the one. Um, 0 doesn't have a big role in numerology. It's like considered a somewhat amplifier number. And the laws of numerology are 1 through 9, with how they fall back to the archetypes. Let's see. Hello from New Zealand. Hello, Teresa. Hello, hello. Um, Jennifer. Okay, my partner passed away in 2022. 11 and 22 followed me my whole life. Partner born on the 17th. 8 he passed on the 8th, 11th on the 11th November 8th, 2022. I'm sorry to hear that. Certain numbers do follow us all of our life, and certain numbers um create spaces for us to live or to let go. So, yes, sometimes there are clear patterns in somebody's chart like that. Uh, Even if they're not clear patterns, if someone is towards the end, you can see sometimes number patterns of when they're expected to pass. There are more events that are shocking or unplanned. There's that too, but the numbers do still tell a story within that. It's very fascinating. I'm always sorry to hear about that when there is a passing. Hello, B Delgado. B Delgado. Hello. Hello, Michael Christopher. What's up, man? It's always great to see you. Oh, I just got a little gnat or something that just flew in here. Or a spider that dropped down. I don't know what that was. It just went phew. um, Evelyn, could you please loosely tell us about next year? That would be a one, yes. Yes. So, everybody who is interested in the cycles of numerology, we're going to a one next year, and that is a great time because it's hope. It's a rebirth. It also can be scary because we're playing with new rules, and that would be globally. So you're going to see a lot of new systems coming out of the woodwork more, and a lot of change where people are forced almost to grow or make different choices. And we can look at that with AI. You could look at that with technology growing. You could look at that with the economy or government events. So it's a very very good energetic feeling, but sometimes it can create like anxiety because you go, what is going to come from this, and you hope it's good things. For everybody collectively, though, there is a sense of dreaming, and they have control back of their dreams. We're in a nine right now, and we're kind of coming to terms with remembering our dreams and remembering that we have to, let go of who we were to actually be more of ourselves. I know that sounds paradoxical, but we're in a metaphoric globally, we're in a metaphoric kind of death space of saying goodbye to what we once were, and saying goodbye to all these things we were told to be and how to be. And so we're evolving spiritually as a group, and we're evolving spiritually inward. And we are getting kind of lit up with all these lessons of what to kind of review before we come out of the chrysalis. So right now, like we're in the cocoon, and we're getting ready to blossom, and we're still not 100% the butterfly. So we kind of feel awkward. A lot's coming up. We're prepping, even though we're not even trying to prep. Like everything's kind of like rolling, and we're strangely changing, but we're not sure. And all this stuff is coming up. So we can be that next phase. So, this year is very healing. It's a lot of aha moments. It's actually positive for a lot of people, but it's like kind of disorientating and tough too. One is going to be more straightforward um, than this year, and that's kind of like a little bit of energy, a little bit of energy. If you're wondering about what next year is embodying, um, I have to scroll down because I'm like not with all the comments, and you're saying, Michael, gnats are my spirit insect. Oh my God. Well, it's helping us to wake up. I'll take that. I gotta wake up a little bit today, apparently. I'm a little sleepy. Um, let's see. Let's see. Hello, Jackie. Hello. Hi, everybody coming on in. And then you're saying, yes, me too. Feel like a portal day gives a boost of vibration, especially meditation. Yeah, but focal points and portals, they're very nice. Um, absolutely. Almost every day lately. Almost every day lately. Let's see here. Everybody bear with me as I catch up with the comments for a second. B Delgado, yes, 1212 will bring a life path 6 this year. Yes, it will, because we're in a 9 year. So you take the 9 plus the 6 of the 12. Absolutely. So it's a 6 3 6 day. Absolutely. Hello from South Africa. Hello, 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 Rosa. Hello, Karen. Hi, Karen. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being on. I appreciate you. I am. I'm still catching up. Usually, I'm better, like with being on top of the comments. Evelyn, hello, and angel numbers. Yeah, so angel numbers are repeating numbers. Yeah, they're different. Like in integration though. Angel numbers were loosely based on numerology, not completely based on numerology. They were kind of like a system of their own, and it was inspired by like Doreen Virtue, with her loose understanding of numerology. So like 444 is going to have an angel message that is. It's not the there's the gnat again. It's not the same message as a numerology 444. Um, always there's crossovers, but they're not the same. So similar, but not the same. Okay, Kim Princess, what's up? Thank you, everybody. Hello, Bernadette. Thank you, everybody, for your lives. Yes, Luke, this is live. I have to remind myself that as I'm going through, catching up. Kiana, I've always noticed the numbers 65. There you go, mom's birth year, and 36, pop's birth year. So, like certain numbers follow us around, and usually they're connected to our loved ones. If it's the not connected to our chart. So, like for instance, how can I put it? The 1 through 9 with numerology, a certain number within that 1 through 9, like you will gravitate to a 7 or a 3 or a 2, and you'll see how that plays out. That will be connected to your chart. But numbers kind of like the 65 or 36 or 29 or 27, they're usually connected to an event or our loved ones. And the universe still can speak to us in many different types of numbers. So that is a calling card for the energy of your mom, the 65 and the 36. So that is direct sign that your loved ones are around, or your loved ones want you to know something in connection with how those symbols are for you. Absolutely. So numbers are messengers. Sometimes the number is not for us, but it represents, like, it's not for us because it's like, oh, that's my number, but it's a message from someone else. And if we want to take on that number later because we're like, this is so important to me, we can, and it can become one of our numbers. Bernadette, my brother and my mom were born on the same day, and born on the same day and month. So that's nice within families or friendships when you see that, because you will see similarities absolutely within the person of how they handle things and how they communicate, especially. And whether they get along or not, there is a natural understanding of each other. So they can say a lot without saying very much. And they just kind of, they don't have to agree, but they get each other. They understand each other. Most likely, there would be some type of like respect even if there was discord, because of that natural, easier understanding. Because that means they have the same attitude number. And that is always like a gift if you have the same month and day as a person, for a lot of different reasons. Sunshine. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear this. Mom died 3 weeks ago today on Friday. My dad died 36 years ago on January 21st. Would like a message. Okay, Sunshine. When we go into some messages, I'm not doing mediumship though, Sunshine. I'm not unless it spontaneously comes in because I am doing the numerology hour. So those are like psychic readings. I can look at your parents' birthday and I can kind of like talk about the energy regarding you and anything that comes up, but it's not necessarily going to be mediumship. So I'm just letting you know. All right. So there's different types of energy when we're doing readings and just doing the numerology hour for today. But I appreciate that. And we'll see naturally, like, you know, if I'm called to work with you. Thank you. Yes, it's live. Yes. Thank you. All right. Evelyn, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to, yeah, get caught up really, really quick with readings. I won't, I might scroll back up later and address all of them. But yeah, I want to get to comments and I want to go into readings. Thank you everybody for being with me right now. Let's see here. Let's see here. See here. I'm just making sure I know everyone's here. So hello, I just want to say hello, Melinda, hello, Brownie, hello, Laura, hello, Kim, Bernadette, Kayana. I'm just acknowledging everybody I see right now live at the end of the comments because I took forever to get down to the bottom. Hello, everybody who's with me right now. We are opening up readings. And so if you would like to have a reading, please put down your birthday. That would be your month, your day, and your year. And that's going to let me know information about you. If you have a question, you can attach the question to it. I am doing psychic readings today with numerology. So I'm using numerology to look into your life. Numerology or astrology reading is a type of psychic reading. Some people are very principle based and they won't say that, but if people already are additional psychics and mediums, you're either working with the living or you're working with the ones who have passed over and they're that are your loved ones on the other side, and we're working more with the living today. Okay, so all right, so Kweezy, I'm gonna go to you. Hello, Kweezy. Do you have a question or would you just like a general reading, Kweezy? You let me know, Kweezy. Would you like a general or do you have a question? Just gonna wait a second. Okay. So you gave me your birthday. I know you're around. Okay, easy. You know how this works. I'm just gonna give you a general. I'm just gonna tell you what comes up. Okay, Weezy. If you have a question along the way, you just let me know. But it's nice to see you. Okay. So what's coming up? Uh, you're in a cycle of 6, and this is a time where you really have to be aware of how you're spending your time and your energy. And distractions come in the form of people, distractions come in the form of the past, and it's rewriting who you want to be around people and understanding that I know people really want mediumship messages right now. Hi, Kayleezy. So I'm not doing mediumship right now. Only psychic life readings. So I'm going to tell you what comes up. If you have a question regarding your life, you can ask it. So, okay. So what's coming up, KWZ, is that you have to redefine who you are and let people know that you're not who you once were, and really be strong in that and say, how can I put it? Be okay with saying no. Being okay with saying no, being okay with saying these are the new rules, being okay with saying that I am this, and if you don't understand, oh well. So it's causing you to be brave in the form of friendships. It's causing you to be more rebellious with uh, how you act around people that you would normally look up to or hope they would like you. Um, and it's making you be in a place where further and further you look at yourself in the mirror and say, what do I really want out of life? Um, because the more you get things, you're going to say, this is nice. I guess I wanted this, but it didn't kind of feel how I expected it to feel. And so, what do I really want? Okay. And so, there's a lot of moments like that happening right now. Either you're almost about to get something, or you're getting closer to your goals, or you've had something sitting in your lap where you're like, okay, I got this. But you're like, I'm not exactly like loving this part of it, and I'm really loving this part of it. So it's basically saying like no to former things that you thought were right, good, or okay. And you're saying yes, spot on. Okay, thank you for understanding. So you'll continue to do soul searching, and that's what next year will be for you. A lot of soul searching, a lot of soul searching within your music, a lot of writing. I really see you writing a lot more, like lyrics, creating. I really actually even, I don't know if you do this as a hobby, but like creating like beats or creating like some type of like background for your songs. So you're actually like timing things, and you're you're not just pulling in some other tracks or whatever of another part that someone else created. You're actually influencing more of your tracks. You're influencing more of the lyrics. You're influencing more of the beats or the background noises. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you're creating more, and you're saying try this, and normally someone be like, I don't know if I can do this, and you're just like, I've already done it, so try it, it's just easy, press a button. Or I've already figured out this part, so don't worry about it, I got you. um so aligning yourself with people who are willing to give you a shot with the extra work that you've been doing. So I feel like that's coming to the mix. I also feel like drawing and like painting, it could be both drawing and painting. That's going to come in next year as a way for you to soul search, and a way for you to heal, and a way for you to grow. So it's going to help fuel your music. Um, I also think that it's important next year to allow yourself not to get super, super involved within your music all the time. You're going to have to take breaks. This year, I think, was okay to be like more head on and a little bit more obsessive, as you will, because sometimes we get obsessed with the things that we love. But next year is like kind of about taking breaks so you can step back and observe and say, is this the right person? Is this the right project? Do I really want to be doing this with my music? Do I really want to be doing it in this way? I need to make sure I'm good with me. Okay. So, a lot of that is coming up. You're going to figure out how to make your music come into alignment next year. But in order to do that, you're going to have some breaks and some pauses, and that might really frustrate you, but it's going to ultimately be a lot better for you, a lot more peaceful, and a lot more soul gratifying. Okay. So be patient with yourself next year. Okay. And that's only a couple months away. Okay. Because we're going into 2026 quite swimmingly. Okay. And thank you for understanding the painting. it is going to help with you pausing when you need the pause from the music, and then also inspiring you when you're ready to do the music too. Okay, so it's going to help with that space because there's going to be gaps. Just know the gaps are made for you to heal. Please do not take it as a sign that you're doing something wrong. Please remember that next year. Like I really want to highlight that, okay? If there's gaps or things are slowing down, you're doing things well. It's just the energy allowing you to create, and it will be confusing, but it's okay. Everything will settle. Everything will settle. Okay? All right. Yes, God gave you a music gift and to trust and surrender next year and paint and make big decisions. And you need sometimes pause to make big decisions, not just be in it, in it, in it, in it. All right, there you go. So I'm going to go to, yes, please bring your dad into the music. Please bring your dad into the music. I'm going to go. Thank you, KWZ. Hello, Amy. I'm originally from Illinois. So, hello, fellow Illinois individual. Illinois individuals. Okay, I want to go to Heidi. Heidi, do you have a question? I'm taking your birth date. Just waiting a moment, Heidi. Where are you, Heidi? Just saw you a moment ago. Okay, you want a general? Absolutely. Oh, you grew up in West Chicago. We have a lot of Illinois people here. Always love the Illinois people. Okay. All right. So you want a general? This month, excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna say it like this. So this month, naturally, you're gonna be more emotional. Okay. Do not let it detract you from the burst of energy that you got last month. Use it for fuel to go deep within, so you can gain even more fuel. Sometimes we go, oh, I feel better. Okay, it's time to act. Why am I not getting what I want? Um, that's okay. You're in phase one. So now you're in phase two of I have the energy. Okay, thank you for understanding. Now let me kind of get myself together and get myself stronger. And let me kind of, so writing down and taking account, and even lists if you want, like you could be meditating and making lists, um and saying, now that I'm clear, what's coming to the surface, so I know what I'm going for. Okay, so the energy is requiring you to go within right now. Okay, it's not that. Again, it's like another message a little bit similar to K-Weezy. Just because you're ready and you're expecting things to show up, you're like, "Oh, I must be wrong." You're no, 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 not at all. You're hitting phases, and things need to line up. Not all of a sudden, boom, you have it sometimes. Thank you for understanding. Okay? So, I do feel like this is regarding if you can understand. I feel like there's something like a job change or like a school change. Um, if I'm not sure, I'm just going to be honest. But there's some type of fundamental change where it's like you are going to becoming something and you have to put a lot of work into it. And you now know a part of what you want to do. And so you're wondering, when the next part's going to appear. Okay. And things will meet you. Okay. Things will meet you. I do feel like this is a process of a couple years. But you will be given little glimmers like rubies. I don't know if a ruby is a sign for you, but I'm like little rubies, little, diamonds, little gifts from the universe to encourage you to move along. So you feel that. So this is going to be a process of you changing over the next couple of years to get like a better job, and you're going to have to learn some skills. That's why I'm like wondering, like, is it connected to schooling? Ultimately, it's connected to a job of where you can be more self-sufficient. Most definitely rubies is one of your signs. Cool. So like you will get the nudges that you're on the right path, and like your soul, and also people who are encouraging you, helping you on the other side, like your team is saying, like, thumbs up, do not discourage yourself, thumbs up. Rome was not built in a day. That's the saying. That's a message for you. Rome was not built in a day. Okay. Um, this is the time also for you to understand that, like, things had to change in order to get to this point. Okay. So it's been difficult, and there's been some aha moments in waking up. And you had to, again, get to this point where you go, I can't be like this anymore. And I'm okay with understanding that I actually understand that now. I said it before, but I didn't know how to do it. Now I actually know how to do it. And I'm looking at myself and changing who I was. Okay. And so thank you for understanding, and the Ruby connection, and also what I'm saying right now. So the waking up has happened, and next year is kind of like going to be funneling you to where you need to go, but it's not going to appear like as it needs to completely. It's just going to get you, again, more steps. It's like we're down the pipeline. We're down the pipeline. So your hope will be reignited at times, but we're in a process of, we just got to keep going. Okay. So, this is like over the next kind of year and a half. It's it's a little less than a 2-year process, but we're kind of like in the range of that. Um, and you said, I have said those exact words, but I'm not a quitter. Exactly. Like, you're good. You're good. You're going forward. You are closer to knowing what you want. You know what you need to do now to get it. Before, it was like, I know what I want, maybe, or I know exactly what I want, but then it would change. And now you know, closer. But now the most important thing is you know not what to do. Okay. So green light, moving forward. This is an ending process to what was once before, and now you're starting to rebirth. So you're in the birthing process. Okay. All right. So, you're in the 9-month gestation. So like you're gonna have this beautiful baby of like self-awareness, actualization, like the job transformation that I talked about. But people, when they can't see the baby, they don't think like, oh, no, well, nothing's happening. I don't see the baby. No, it's you're in gestation. Okay. It's creating. Okay. So completely felt, yes. Thank you for the validation. I feel this and have been. Okay. Um, I don't know what this means, but the universe wants me to take out like a ruler and measure. Maybe it's something to do with what I just said, but the universe has me take out a ruler and just be like, it wants to show it to you. I don't know why. So I'm just giving you a ruler all of a sudden. Okay. It really wants you to kind of focus on some type of teaching, developing a school, developing a mindset, developing a place of study. Okay. So it's like you're going to need additional tools. You're going to need additional tools. Um, Allow the universe to send them to you and go after them. Okay. That's the next part, like gaining the additional tools. Okay. So keep on, keep on the path, but we're midway. All right. Keep on the path. So that is what's coming up for the general. Thank you for understanding. I'm gonna go to Khalil. Khalil. Hello, Kelly. Can I ask what a life path 8 means for me personally as it relates to my lifetime here and what is going on for me at this time in my energy? Uh October. Okay, thank you. Yes, Khalil, you can ask. So you're an attitude 7, personal day 6, and then yes, you are a life path 8, Khalil. Okay, so life path 8, ultimately what that means. So there's overseeing themes for everybody with a life path 8, but then yes, there's individual messages because you have other numbers that will influence your life path, right? But largely, people with life path 8s, they need to come to a place within themselves where they are okay with the burden of responsibility. So there's um, a wanting to be the best, wanting to have nice things, wanting to have recognition for your talents and your skills. But you always feel like there's something kind of blocking that. And the 8 is the leader number. The 8 is the person who steps up and in order to have those things takes on the burden of responsibility. So 8 is this karmic number where it only gives rewards with hard work. Okay. So, what you have to do is you have to surrender and make peace with the difficulty. And as long as it feels right in your soul, you're like, this is what I want. This is what I want. You just know that the difficulty is giving you the exact skill set that you need to be the best at what you need to do and to lean into that. The 8 puts you in a position to be a leader who's a manager or an entrepreneur, somebody who is in charge of people. The reason why it takes longer for an 8 to manifest is because they want to accomplish things with a greater aptitude. They are very detail oriented. They take their time. They want to do things right. They want to do things well. And because you want to do these things and do these things, you're actually able to help other people when they are falling down or falling behind. So you actually, because you want to do it so well, have what other people need when they need to be trained, when they need to be guided. So it makes for a good leader. 8s also don't like to be told what to do. They're natural anti-authorities. So if you don't like to be told what to do, get into a leadership position and that will fix that. Okay? So they need independence to be themselves in a way where their instincts are honored. Either you are looking over people and guiding people in a group setting, or you're actually solo and your good decisions are going to look over and guide other people, but you're entrusted to lead the way or to create something for other people for their benefit. Okay, so you have to again lean into the responsibility, and if you can do it better, get in a position that protects you to be able to make those decisions and protects you to be able to be in that place where people aren't challenging your mind and your heart and your skill. So you got to work a little harder to make sure you are in that protected position, but your soul will be at peace once it is allowed to do what it needs to do freely. Because, yeah, you can do things a little bit more efficient than other people because you're willing to do all that extra. You want to do all that extra. You said, "Oh, this is really sparking something." Yeah. This is a theme for the eighth in in the life path position. It really is. Now, you are an attitude seven. So you are somebody who overthinks and you want to get things right and you analyze and a message that comes in. Again, this is something that I think I'm just, so some things come from me. Okay. So this is me as Kelly talking to you. Okay. So there's this saying where it's like execution trumps potential every day of the week. And so when I look at your numbers, you're really all about like, I want to, you know, like really, really make sure I'm doing this right. And so your overthinking is actually causing you not to act when really all you need to do is get out there and you're smart enough and capable enough where you can figure things out as you go. I know you don't always like to do that, but a little bit of that will help get you moving and you need to trust yourself more. You have a lot of I can't see your full chart, but I know you have some numbers where um, it's really, really, really important for you to do things right. Okay. So if you already have that, then that means that you will course correct. Have trust in yourself. Have trust in yourself. Life is meant to be lived, and you can do plenty of overthinking while you're living, but you will do too much overthinking if you are holding back. Okay. So that's something that comes up. People actually very naturally trust you on first instinct, Khalil. Um, you are given invitations to do things. Again, this is a message coming up for you. You're giving invitations, you have gotten opportunities, and then you have overwhelmed yourself and not acted on it. So this is about opportunities that you want, independent of other people, and this is also regarding opportunities that you've been given where other people have propositioned you. Okay, it's time to start living. It's time to start living. As long as you suit up for battle and you take the hard hits and you know your heart's in the right place, you can't help but win, even if it doesn't look like it. So the more and more you become battle hardened because you know you're doing the right thing, you're going to learn how to take the hits. And then you'll look like you start taking hits like a champion, like you're not taking hits at all. And sometimes we want to be that way when we go out into the world. We don't want to look like we're taking hits. We don't want to look like we're struggling. We don't want to look like we don't have it figured out. And, and honestly, a lot of us are figuring it out every day. So get into the battlefield and you'll look really proper and polished. And also, you'll have a lot of ease too. I give you, certainty with that. You will have the ease, but you have to get out onto the battlefield. So that's what I get for you, Khalil. I hope that makes sense. I really, really hope it makes sense. Ronnie's trying to type. He's being very. Hi, Ronnie. I love you, my friend, too. You're making me laugh with, yes, you're making me laugh at your typos. Hello, Ronnie. It's great to see you. Hello. Heidi, you said Sag season just started too. I'm a seeker of knowledge. Gratitude, Kelly. Absolutely. I just feel like um ugh, classes, school, it's needed, even if unconventionally, to get what you want, Heidi. It's just, I don't know, it's pouring out of me. Um, okay. So Arnie, hello. And then welcome back, Melinda. Hello, Arnie. Happy Friday. Thank you. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Cleo. Wow, Kelly, absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. I can really feel the cells. I really feel the cells feeling so alive. LOL. I had no idea numerology would resonate so much. Numerology is great. Oh gosh. It's so interesting. Like we have crossovers with astrology and numerology. They're different, similar, but different. And so a Capricorn moon is very 8 in vibration. Can be very 7 in vibration too as well. So it kind of signifies these other numbers that I mentioned in your chart. That makes sense with your Capricorn moon. Um, yes, that would make sense. Yes, absolutely. Makes sense. Absolutely. I'm glad. I'm glad. That makes sense that you're a Capricorn moon. Blessings. I'm you can watch the playback if it did really resonate where you have to hear it again. I thank you, Kalia. I appreciate it for this feedback. Okay. Michael, can I pass you a message, Kelly? Sure. Sure, Michael. What's up? Hello, Arnie. Dragon Soul Brother. Absolutely. Okay, I'm opening up the space. Who is here with me and wants a reading? I'm just making sure who is with us. And Michael, I do not know what your message is. I do not. Okay, Evelyn Base, are you with us? There's a delay. There's a little bit of a delay. Yeah, today. It happens sometimes. Evelyn Bays. Okay. General reading. And then Michael, I'm gonna answer you. I'm just gonna take your numbers down. And everybody, like if you could write out your month, that will help me because in the UK and the United States, birthdays are backwards. Like United States, we do month and day, and then in the UK or other places, it's day and month first. So I just make sure I have your numbers correctly. Um, you're January 24th. Thank you, Evelyn. And then you said, Michael, a woman named PT just showed up and told me to tell you happy anniversary. Thank you. I can understand that. I'm thinking about PT. Oh, I was gonna say I know who you're talking about, and then you just clarified it for me. Pat. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. Yes, I know who Pat is. I love her. Pat is so great. Uh, was she Michael? Yes, she was. Michael's throwing down. Michael is throwing down. Wow. Uh yes, she was. She like helped babysit me and like, when I was younger, absolutely. Yeah. A friend of the family, absolutely. I don't know if you have. Maybe you have. I can't remember. Some years are a blur, right? But yes, Michael. Michael, I understand. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh gosh. I love when there's unconventional messages from fellow mediums and friends. Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate that. Hello, Pat. We called her Miss Pat. Miss Pat. Um, okay. Let's see. She's beaming with pride right now. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. I really do. Think I was just thinking about something she said randomly. Anyway, I'll validate you. So it makes sense. You're putting some dots together. Thank you, Michael. I'm gonna really quick pull my attention. I'll continue to read what you say, Michael, but I'm just gonna put my attention with Evelyn for a second as well. Check out Michael Christopher, by the way. Let me give you a shout out too. This is his website. He's amazing. You want to check out Michael Christopher and his mediumship. He has Spiritually Imperfect on Wednesdays with Jennifer Lee at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central Time, and they're on every week doing mediumship readings and psychic readings too. So check them out. Okay. That's on Sacred Spiral. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's see here. Evelyn, you said you wanted a general. Okay. Let me look at your numbers. Thank you so much, Evelyn. And thank you so much, Michael. Michael is amazing. Lynn, shout out to Lynn. Kim Princess, Michael Christopher is one of the best readers I've ever come across. Shout out to Michael Christopher. We got to give you shout outs. Check them out, everybody. Amazing medium. Evelyn. Okay, here we go. So, Evelyn, you are another attitude 7, personal day 6. Wow, so you and Khalil have some similarities. Interesting. And then let's see your life path number. And you're a 7, if that is correct. Let me just do the math again. 6. Yep, you're a 4. This is why we do math. This is why we double check. Okay, so you are an attitude 7, a personal day 6, and a life path 4, Evelyn. You're a cycle of 7 right now. So this is a slower year. And this is kind of nice. But sometimes numerology is nice to address very simple things. And sometimes years are very chaotic, whoa, what is going on? What is going on? And sometimes years are a lot more slower. And we go again, what is going on? What is going on? And so I'm just validating that this year was meant to be slower. This year was meant to be not what's the word? It's interesting. It's like something's wanting to come in and I'm trying to focus to get it. This year was not supposed to be. I feel like you had some big plans, if you can understand this, Evelyn, and you were kind of hoping, well, this would be nice and that would be nice. And it's like you've made peace with the fact that you can't quite do all those things. But it's just the message of there's sometimes it's just not the right time. It doesn't mean that you can't have those things and you can't do those things. And I'm going to scroll down. Let me know if you can understand this, Evelyn. So it's kind of like you've had to, I really want to just go back to kind of the whole energy of, can you understand this, Evelyn? At certain times during this year, you were really, really hopeful for a couple of things and they just did not happen. And there were some pretty big things that would have made you feel like, wow, I can actually be okay with myself regarding. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. And yet it's like we're topsy-turvy. There's just sometimes different moments in life where we're able to activate things. Thank you for understanding. And there's times where we have to heal. And this has been kind of a theme tonight. There's times where we have to heal and we have to slow down and we have to go, well, where is this coming from? Why do I even want it in the first place? And why has it crushed me so much that I didn't get it? And what does that mean for me now? And if you can answer some of those questions, you will be unshakable in another way. And really go after again. You're going to try again because there's a reason why you went after it. Okay. There's a reason why it's important to you. Okay. So the universe is telling you to try again. It's not like stop. It's not like, nope. The universe wants you to try again, but it wants you to know why you did what you did, who you chose to help you, and if that was really, really it for you. because there's something about it where it's going to be way easier the next time. It's going to be more successful the next time, but you have to change a couple of things. And just hold on, just you wait. Like that's the message, just you wait. And the energy of that is it's going to be even better than you expected. It's just hold on. Hold on. Okay? Something that comes up within your energy is that you are a planner. Like you are a planner. And so we can overthink sometimes. Um, Write, journal, put it away, and look at it back in 2 to 3 months and see if things are validated, see if things change. I also feel like there's a blue stone that's connected to you. I don't know if you like to wear a blue stone on your hand or you have a blue stone next to your desk and it's like your lucky stone. It's something that you manifest with or feel inspired by. Saying trying to figure out what it is. What's there is it's just there's a node to it's like I went for something and it didn't work out. And it's like, what am I supposed to do now? And it's just like, don't worry about it. I like the blue aqua color. Okay. It's basically saying write down your dreams, write down your thoughts, don't overthink them, put them away, come back to it. This is a time of understanding like who you are on a soul level, who you are on a spiritual level, and allowing yourself to be okay with you, not that you have to continue to do things and to I'm going to say the word impress people. It's almost like you have to be of service to other people to feel like you are of value. Okay. And it's almost like something, this is regarding to something that you are trying to do. I don't know what it's like. I feel like there was family involved. um, I feel like you were doing something charitable or you're doing something for your family and it didn't work out. And it was a project that you told them about, but it didn't work out. And I don't know if you can understand that, but that's one of the big things I was referencing. It would have been a big deal to you, and it just wasn't able to work out. You're like, I've had dreams that have come true, which is scary. Okay, yes, that happens. That does happen. That is a real thing. As long as we're getting verifiable proof, we go, oh, that's a real thing. Yes. Um, this is a time to really kind of honor the uniqueness of yourself and also look at the things that you've avoided. Okay. There seems to be a theme here of you've been avoiding things because you're just trying to handle what's in front of you. And when something doesn't go as planned, you think, well, gosh, I must have not done it right. And it's like, that's not even it. It's just like things aren't always um, what we want them to be in that moment. And that doesn't mean they're done for good. It means your intuition was correct, but maybe just wait. Trust in yourself more, believe in yourself more, and know that there's a higher reason for what you're doing, not just to impress people or family, or not just to run yourself um, ragged. And I don't want to, that doesn't sound right, but it's like you push yourself a lot because you think you should be doing something because you're going to get recognition because you think it's the right thing to do. And it's like at the end of the day, like if you feel like you need to be doing it, great. But there's a deeper reason why you're doing what you're doing, not just for the other people. Okay. I hope you can understand that. There's a deeper reason. And so it's about going into the soul and also making some um, aha moments come forward of why you've always been you've been and how you've kind of suppressed certain things, and also how you've made certain choices to make other people feel more comfortable, and start to trust yourself. Trust yourself, because you're going to have more ahas, you're going to have more dreams, you're going to have more signs. A lot of that is going to show up next year very strongly, but you're getting more sensitive, and you have to trust yourself, and hopefully watch this playback. I swear, like, this, the dots will connect. I'm kind of like throwing out a lot of things, and I just feel like they're going to connect. Um, Thank you, Evelyn. Um, but really, just trust and be okay. And I just feel like there is a reason. Going back to like charity work. There's something with charity work or doing something charitable for the family. It's gonna come around. Just wait for the right time with what you're feeling, not with what you're thinking. Okay. So I'm going to give it to you like that, Evelyn. That's your general. That's what's coming forward. Michael, thank you. Yes, there is lots of great energy here tonight. I'm going to do just a couple quick ones before we close tonight as well. Mystical GY5E. My life path number is 33. Can you tell me more about it? Yeah, a life path 33 is a life path 6, but it's a master vibration of 6. And the 6 is all about kind of showing up and being there for others and holding the weight while they are helping too. But how can I put it? You want to have community. You want to have loyalty. You want to have closeness because you go above and beyond for others. And the way the 33 comes in is it's actually a healer vibration too, as well. So, like, you want to be in a place where you can actually help transform and lift other people, and you're willing to go above and beyond for that. Above and beyond, because you know in your heart of hearts it's the right thing to do. So it's a very self-sacrificing number. You're saying, I don't know, I don't resonate with the 6 with what I've read. But do you resonate with the 33? The 33 is the healer number. The 33 is the number of somebody that will transform others through a message and thus heal people through the message and the action. So it's being kind of 33, yes. Okay. And you have to look at your other numbers. So I encourage you to put like more of your numbers together than just the 33, because the 33 will basically show you like your path that you will be walking throughout your entire life. So you have the ability to show up for others. You have the ability, if you can understand, sometimes to like have less sleep than the average person and still get things done. You can remain calm for others when they are in distress. You're able to see when somebody's not okay. Like, you have this sixth sense of just really understanding when somebody is pushing their limits and going too far, and letting people know, like, hey, you don't have to do that, I can help too. Okay, so a 6, a life path 6, I'd have to look at your other numbers, but they naturally are just able to bear weight for people and hold space for people. Sometimes the life path 6 is about creating a community. Okay, so you don't have to be a traditional mom or dad, but you are going to be creating a space for others to grow. You're going to be bringing people together. But what happens is you have to use your voice, and you have to, again, know your message. So their life path is not always like just what you are and what you're going to get, and it makes sense. you have to like read what a 3 and a 6 is for you, and you have to look at what are the lessons of that life, and how do I what do I come into after I struggle? What do I come into after I have ease? That will showcase the path of your life. It's not just like like a life path 6, a lot of people have like I'm a nurse or I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm a doctor, I'm a helper of others. I go above and beyond. Right, sure. But there's additions to that where you have to come into those things, and you feel like I have a weight on my shoulders and I don't know where to put it always. And that is an aspect of a master vibration number. I have a weight on my shoulders. I'm not quite sure how to put it. What do I need to do? And really, what you need to do is just bring people together. And what you need to do, if you don't know how to bring people together, is to find others with like integrity and good hearts where you can feel what a healthy family feels like. Then you can go forward and start creating healthy family dynamics. And that could be a work, family dynamic. Your work is your family, your best friends are your family. Or wherever you want to have family, you learn what a healthy family is and you step in as the leader to facilitate that warmth, warmthness, loyalty, discipline, care, bringing other people together. And it's not about you knowing how to do that. It's about you healing that and learning how to come into that and actually helping other people heal where they've have felt lost within their life. Okay, so hopefully there's some ahas within that. I'd have to look at your other numbers, but that's kind of where we're going with like the 33, helping people learn from your tragedy, helping make peace and community from where you did not feel that yourself. Those are themes of the 33. Okay. So let me see. I'm gonna just do one more really quick. So D seventh sun, you're an eighth. What is the meaning? We talked a little bit about life path eighth earlier in the show, and it's about like stepping into leadership and stepping into a place where you are able to have freedom where other people aren't going to tell you what to do. You want the power, you want the autonomy, you want the ability to oversee things correctly. So you're gonna have to take on the bear and weight of the responsibility. Thank you, Mystic. That's a hardcore theme within the eight. It's about obtaining power and um, withstanding the difficulty of what that means and being steadfast because your consistency will actually sharpen you to have what you need to have, even though it might feel like it's not working. So that is a huge theme. And then also you are man, there's a lot of eights and sevens here tonight. Then you are an attitude 7 as well. So you have the same numbers of someone asking this before earlier in the show. And this is the overthinker number. This is a placement where you have to get in and do the work and not just be um, thinking about how it will go well and what you can do for it to go well. You just kind of need to do it. You've already done enough thinking. That's a huge theme. There is a call to be a leader. There really is a call to be a leader. There's people are very intrigued by how you're different. They actually are interested and curious how you're different. And they feel like you have wisdom. They actually want to hear some of the like how can I put it? When it comes to you, like you have a lot of really interesting, I'm gonna just say facts, figures in your head. You know a lot. You're a wealth of your bank of information. That's what I want to say. And so people are actually intrigued when you say things. They're like, "Oh, how do you know that?" Or like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, that's really well put." Or, "Wow, like you seem to know a lot." They acknowledge that and like they almost have to have respect for it, even if they're not like sure about it. They almost have to have respect for it because they're just like, oh yeah, that seems right on, or wow, yeah, that would take a lot of time. And so naturally, it's almost like life has invited you to step up because people are intrigued with what you have to offer. And so that's something that comes forth from our energy. D7, seventh sun of what I get, and just a little snippet. So, everybody, I want to say hello coming on in. Karen, hello. Well, in some things, yes. And Jennifer, hello. Thank you. Jennifer Rose is in the house. Suri Sawyer's in the house. You're beautiful too, Suri. So many beautiful, wonderful people here today. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to just say with Tina, another attitude 7, Tina Godwin. If you find yourself in a place with people and you find yourself open and sharing, that's a sign of a kindred soul because you wouldn't normally do that. You're a person who would listen and observe. So if you find yourself all of a sudden gushing, it's a sign deep within your soul that you can trust this person. And sometimes those people are few and far between. So nurture that along. You don't have to tell them your life story, but nurture that along. Create a space, create an opportunity where you can build more of a friendship. Because even if something is good and we're green lighted, sometimes we let things go and we go, oh, I wish I kept up with this person. Okay. So you can and you will continue to. That's when your green lights and put yourself out there. When you feel in your that it's right, put yourself out there. And that's a message that's coming out to you for that. Okay, everybody. So thank you for joining me for the numerology hour. Oh, I'm tired today. So thank you for being with me. I'm gonna see you tomorrow for the psychic hour. I want to do another show. I'm gonna get some better sleep, and I'm gonna come back and have some more fun with you. So see you tomorrow at 2:30. And until then, please, everybody, go with love, light, and luck, and don't forget to live. And thank you, everybody, for being with me in the comments. I will see you tomorrow. And we will see you also on Monday for Fashionably Spiritual. So many wonderful shows going on at Sacred Spiral Network. The love continues. Take care, everybody. Bye. I'm glad we had good vibes. People are giving love. Thank you, Kim Princess. Thank you, Jennifer. Both Jennifers. Thank you, Kelly Ann. Thank you, Benno. Thank you, everybody. Lots of love.